they had scorecards, so they were actually scoring us on our pitch quality, our like voice projection, like everything, you know. And that was really nice because they actually gave us feedback on the elements of the pitch, like the pitch deck itself, and you as a presenter and how it came across. So yeah, come to the time when they're announcing the winners, there were 3 winners. So they announced third place, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so nervous, 2 more spots. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chido and this is Chido Starts Up. If you have not done so already, please click the subscribe button at the bottom of this page. Today I'm so excited. One of my startups has won its first grant and it's just, oh man, you know when you've just been reaching for a goal and it finally happens and you're like, wait, what? So I'm going to be sharing that journey with you. So at the beginning of this year, I approached one of my founder friends, my founder bestie actually, and I asked him, I was like, you know what, you're always winning grants and prizes and all of this. How do you do it? And he said, you know what, all I do is apply. I apply. I know that if I apply for 10 opportunities, 1 will come through. So he just kept applying. And the more he applied, the better he was at articulating his business idea, the better he was at understanding how to speak to the judging panel. And he just kind of learned, I mean, through applying and through going through the process, he learned how to finesse the process. So he just said to me, you know what, just apply. This was like in January. So I told him, listen, I want you to keep me accountable. This year I'm going to apply for like anything and everything. I'm not going to self-select out. Some things did seem a bit bigger than us, but I was like, you know what, we're just going to apply. I'm just going to apply. So from January, I have been applying for like every single grant that we qualify for. I think, so I actually have a Google folder where I put all my grant applications. If I have to open it, you'll see that I've got so many applications. I put the questions and the answers that we would have submitted just for reference. You know, you never know when you'll need it in the future. But we've been applying for like a lot of things this year. And this competition in particular, we applied for it, I think in about April, May, but it's had a lot of processes to it. So basically, we applied, sent in like our application form with the information about our business, and then from then on, we had to submit a pitch deck. After the pitch deck, they had like some training sessions, so they had a design thinking training session to obviously capacitate all the semi-finalists. Then we submitted our pitch videos, our refined pitch videos again. Then afterwards, they had another workshop to just help us pitch better with our business models, help us think through some issues, and then we submitted another pitch deck. So it was a really longish process, but I understand why they stretched it out. They also explained why they decided to stretch it out, so that everything's just not, you know, done all at once. So yeah, fast forward, we were announced as a finalist. There were 8 finalists, and then the pitch day was announced, like this is the day everyone's going to pitch in finals. I'm like, okay, cool. So that day was a trying day. That day was the most hectic day. And you know when like I know what my bad days look like. That was not one of my bad. That was like, I don't know, something was trying me that day. So I remember everything was just not going according to plan, and I just felt so stressed. There was even a time when I doubted that I was going to make the pitch. I had to do it online because I couldn't meet people physically. So I was one of the 2 finalists that was pitching online. And a part of me felt like that was a bit of a disadvantage. Obviously, there's nothing we could have done, you know, I just couldn't be there. But yeah, so, you know, it comes pitch time. Then afterwards, it was my turn to pitch. When it's my turn to pitch, my screen is not sharing. Can I tell you, I don't know how many times I've shared my screen on Teams in my life, like thousands of times. But that day, my screen is not sharing. And then I got so nervous, and then they asked me, okay, can you email us the pitch deck and then we'll go through it for you? And I was like, no, because the thing is, I know my timings and everything. So I was like, no, I'd like to do it. And they're like, okay, fine. You can go after the next 2 people so that you can just kind of fix your screen. And when I said that, I also felt a little bit bad because I was like, oh, is this me really saying no to these people? But I just wanted to pitch it the way I prepared it. So I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I think read the room. If the competition or the moment is allowing you to do things like that, go for it. But under normal circumstances, I probably would have just pitched. But I think that day, I was just a little bit like, oh, no. I like everything has just been up and down. I need something to work the way I want it to work. So yeah, two other people pitched while I was trying to fix my laptop, and I realized it was something about my settings and stuff like that. So everything was fine. I tested it; it was all good, and I was ready to go. Then it was time for me to pitch, and yeah, I pitched, and then obviously my 3 minutes was done. They asked me questions, and they asked questions no one had ever asked me before. So I actually really had to kind of dig deep into my understanding of our business. And then then the rest of the pitches happened. They had a young interlude so that the judges could deliberate, and they had scorecards, so they were actually scoring us on our pitch quality, our like voice projection, like everything. And that was really nice because they actually gave us feedback on the elements of the pitch, like the pitch deck itself, and you as a presenter and how it came across. So yeah, come to the time when they're announcing the winners, there were 3 winners. So they announced 3rd place, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so nervous, 2 more spots. Then they announced 2nd place, and it was us, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, what do you mean? We came 2nd. And then they asked me to switch my camera on, and I switched my camera on, and I was just like so grateful. I was so happy. And then yeah, they then announced 1st place. And then they asked to take photos, but it was so weird because my photo was like the screen, because the other 2 winners were there physically. Then there was just like this big Chido on the backdrop on the screen. But I didn't, like, honestly, I didn't mind. I was just so grateful. So yeah, I mean, I think in everything, I'm just feeling so blessed for our startup. That was literally just an amazing opportunity. We haven't just left with the cash prize that we won. We've also left with a lot of good business training. Our business model is refined. We've made a lot of connections. It's just been a wholesome experience. So I think overall, winning this grant, our first grant, is a huge confidence boost. I think apart from validation, it just helps us to know that we can do it. Like, if we put our mind to something, we can do it. As I said, we started applying for grants in January. It's October now. So literally like 10 months down the line, that's when something came up. And I think that's also just kind of a bit of it represents the journey. You may decide to, or we may have decided to start a startup 2 years ago, but it takes time, for things to materialize and things come through. And oh man, I'm just so happy, feeling way more confident, way more excited. I mean, I've always been feeling excited and stuff, but it's just like a step up, like a boost in everything that we've been doing. So yeah, so now we are just, obviously in the pitch deck we told them what we're going to be using the money for. So now we're just preparing for that, to start utilizing it in the way that we said we would. And yeah, just being very grateful to the whole team, to everybody who has put in work to get us to this point. It wasn't like just that pitch that got us there. It's literally every single piece of work someone put in the business to make it work the way it does, so that when we pitch it and when people visit the website, it does what we say it does. Anyway, I'm gonna keep rambling, but super grateful. We have other pitches that we have in store. Hopefully, praying those all go well. But yeah, I just had to give you guys this update. It's a milestone, I wouldn't call it a small win at all. For us, it's a big win, and we're just so grateful. But anyway, please leave your comments in the comment section below if you know of any other opportunities that we can apply for, any other spaces where we can pitch, and just gain some learnings, get some seed funding. We're always open to doing that. But yeah, otherwise that's it from me. Thank you so much. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, and yeah, we'll catch you next time. Bye.